Michiganians, Michiganders, whatever you happen to call yourselves. Welcome to Wolverine State Sports Talk and a little bit of a post-game reaction from a pretty tough loss. One that we were down for most of the game and then made a cute little comeback attempt late. Here's my main takeaways. Number one is Lane Johnson absolutely kicked Aiden Hutchinson's butt today. And I know Lane Johnson's one of the best tackles in the league, but if you're Aiden Hutchinson, you can't be a complete non-factor. And the reality is they lined him up inside too. They tried to find different ways to let him get pressure, and he really just looked like he couldn't get off the line. Now, it's week one, and he faced one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, so I don't want to overreact quite yet. Next week, he might have a better opportunity against the Commanders, but for this week, man, he was a complete ghost on the field. I didn't see him make any tackles. On the other hand, Rodrigo looks like a legit linebacker. There's zero question about that. I think he plays with a lot of speed, a lot of enthusiasm. Him and Anzalone out there are a good linebacking duo, and they're a lot better than I thought they were going to be to start the season. So kudos to Malcolm Rodriguez. He played a great game today, and really a couple of his tackles are what kept us in this game. I thought the secondary, even though they gave up some yards, played decent. Really, the biggest problem was our defensive line could not create pressure. So it put people in the secondary in one-on-one situations, and against A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, that's a tough situation. And I give a lot of credit to this Eagles team. It's a very talented team, and I didn't expect us to win today. I thought we'd play a close game, and really I can't be too upset because that's exactly what we got. I thought it would be kind of a shootout, and it was. So really this game went how we all kind of should have expected. The Lions would keep it close, but the Eagles overall were the better team, and they are. I just don't like seeing Aiden Hutchinson not make an impact. Third thing, Jared Goff is still a big mystery box to me. Beginning of the game, I was saying we need to cut him for next season, because he was absolutely horrible. It took him a while to settle in. And the reality is, with this defense and how much it's going to struggle this year, you can't afford to have turnovers. You can't afford to throw pick sixes. And really, you look back on this game, and that pick six was absolutely huge. But once our offense got their head down, settled in, Jared Goff started making some really nice throws, and we were able to work ourselves back in the game. But that's just the big thing. The problem with Dan Campbell's teams is they don't start the games well. And we actually did start well today, but then we just completely fell apart the next two quarters, and then we had to try to make a comeback attempt, which obviously fell short. But Jared Goff, I just want to see him be consistent the rest of the season. I'll give him credit for finishing the game strong. And look, I expect a big game next week. Washington secondary is not very deep. I expect the Lions to win next week. This game, I didn't expect them to win. So I'm not panicking. That's really about it. DJ Chark looks like a good receiving option. St. Brown and Hawkinson look good. And DeAndre Swift, man, we all thought he was ready for a breakout season. Boy, he completely dominated this football game, as well as this offensive line. They did a great job today. We ran the ball with ease. And this Detroit team, I think my opinion still is they can win 8 or 9 games this year with the schedule that they have. They'll probably win 7 to 9 games because this is a team with some talent. They do have some holes, but they have talent. And I think Rodrigo stepping up on defense, and really Okudah I thought looked pretty good today. Considering how dangerous these receivers are for Philadelphia, I thought Okudah did a great job in coverage for the most part. And really the secondary wasn't terrible. So, I'm disappointed we lost, and I will say I was not expecting us to win this game. And I think that we're still heading on the right trajectory. This is just the big thing, though. We need to see Aiden Hutchinson do more. I want to see Lee McNeil do more as well. I don't think he played very well. I want to see him get after the quarterback a little bit more. That's just it. We can't afford to keep blitzing every time on third down. Glenn made some great calls on third down, which really helped us out. But the reality is we called good defenses, just our defensive line can't tackle. They can't rush the passer, and it puts a lot on our back seven. So, part of that is Philadelphia is a great offensive line. We'll see what happens next week when the offensive line is not quite as good, albeit not terrible for Washington, but not quite as good. So that's my 3 takeaways. Number 1, Aiden Hutchinson, I need to see more out of him. Number 2, Rodrigo is a legit middle linebacker and could be a great player for this team for years to come. And 3, Jared Goff, still undecided on him. Need to see a little bit more. Give him credit for almost leading a comeback. He settled in pretty nicely. So this is a good this Detroit team has definitely improved. There's no question about that. We're more talented, and we just got to win the games. That we got to beat the teams who are more talented than, which we face a ton of those teams. The Jets, the Bears twice. I know the Bears won today, but I still don't think they're great. So really, this team is right where they need to be. So no need to panic yet. No need to. Obviously, it's upsetting to lose a game we had a chance to win, but do I see progress? Yes, I do. I do see progress, and I like what I see out of this offense, and I like what I see out of the linebacking core and the secondary. Clearly, there's some good stuff happening. Just defensive line's got to be able to create pressure and get push. That's just it, and we're gonna have to invest resources in that. I don't think Brad Holmes is going to find that answer in the draft unless he drafts a very early, a for sure pick. So that's that. All right. 38-33, Philadelphia wins this game. Detroit takes on the Commanders next week. So I have the Lions winning that game in my preseason prediction, and that is not going to change. So that's that. Y'all have a good day. Go Lions, and take care.